Yes.
No copy has been served on me.
Yes. It's copy of State Election Commission. Malad, kindly affidavit of service, Malad.
No.
Directly over there.
Because
Give a copy to her from yesterday.
even I talked to her just.
Did you tell me that what you are coming to talk to me and tell me about?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
I do not know.
I on
You do
GP
not-
office. And GP office, GP himself received it. Now, Malad, they says this is GP himself. This is handwriting of government pleader. It's
21st, yesterday it was served up on the commission's office.
The government leader is not supposed to allot me.
State Election Commission.
Might
I
have,
am speaking about the election
Might have.
commission.
might have. But if I am available and in most of the matters I am receiving, my juniors are
Yes,
receiving,
yes, true. I understand.
they should have
But then,
kindly considered,
no, but then your client could have also forwarded the copy
Your Lordship.
because these matters are being taken up on
Yesterday.
urgent basis.
Yes, sir.
Lordship,
And
very
where is
kindly,
the GP service? This is the GP service.
Yes. And handwritten
That
of GP.
receipt.
No,
is not-
because of that, it is directly served upon GP. That's why GP in handwriting of GP. That is yes. Yesterday, government pleader himself. Yes,
5:30 p.m. yesterday it was
he
received.
received. Yes.
And by now, copy has not been served. Just imagine, from the GP office second floor to the first floor of the High Court, it has not reached. Imagine. Ms. Sinha, will you please tell me whether the election is still on or not? The election is on. And the election commissioner is also there. There was a report that the governor has not accepted the joining letter or something.
at this point of time, I would not like to comment.
Use the microphone. Somebody is there on the virtual mode.
I don't think there is any such, whether the election has been stalled or the election commissioner is not going to remain. These are all speculations. They will always be there, Your Lordship.
Very well.
The election process is
Very
still
well,
on.
Very well. Yes. Now, Mr. Bhattacharya.
Yes, Milord, the point is very short. We had, Milord, submitted our nomination paper pursuant an order of the court. Police escort was given, nomination was accepted, and our party symbol was allotted. Then on final list, names were taken out. On the very same ground, yesterday, my lord considered the matter in detail and passed an order. I will be praying, Milord, the similar order. Election cannot be frustrated in such a manner. Where, Milord, the order of the court for police protection is required for the purpose of filing nomination. And when nomination is filed, then ultimately you say it is beyond the time. It's your fault, not my fault. I had been there within the time period. You could not complete the process on your own. Therefore, I cannot be debarred from participating in the election and get somebody advantage of stealing march over me saying I have been declared uncontested.
Very well. Yes, the commission.
I have no instruction, Your Lordship.
Yesterday's order is there and the prayer is that same order may be
Again,
passed.
Your Lordship, again, my very respectful and humble submissions before Your Lordship is that the election process is set in. Nominations are over. Candidate
Yesterday.
list published.
Your-
Writ jurisdiction
your,
does not have.
Yes, your submission is also same as was made yesterday.
And I have learned from Mr. Bhattacharya since 87 election to till date that after the starting of election process and scrutiny is over, all are election dispute and the same shall be decided by the election dispute.
Very well.
And in the High Court also, if my lord can take up this matter, I have to be given opportunity of filing affidavit in opposition relating to denial his contention.
You file affidavit in opposition so as to frustrate his claim to contest the election.
He my lord, his case is, there is no case, his case without the making an election petition.
Very well.
93 C.
So far I am concerned, my lord, rightly, wrongly, nomination rejected. And I have been declared elected. My lord, your lordship knows certificate issued. I have the certificate with me. My lord, in terms of the provisions, my lord, the rejection of nomination is a ground for challenging the election petition. Section 93 clearly postulates that. If that be so, my lord, the writ petition, according to my humble summary, not only ground of, my lord, the process has been initiated, the ground of challenge is akin to, my lord, election petition. So that, my lord, on the ground of 92 and 73, the petition is not maintainable. Apart from that, my lord, on 20th June 2023, Your Lordship has passed an order relegating this matter to the authority concerned. They will obviously look into this.
I have passed other orders also. 21st of June also, another order has been passed. No, not contradictory.
If you Lordship kindly
Facts are different.
if you Lordship kindly peruse your 14493, may I hand over my phone to my
No, your phone is not required. I am aware that I have passed
Lordship has
orders.
passed an order. So,
Not only passed orders, I have rejected petitions also.
yes. So, my lord,
But then in this case, the petitioners, as
I
is the
don't know, I have not
submission,
been served what the case made out here.
the submission is that the petitioners were had to go to the center for filing the nomination paper upon police escort.
That my lord had directed.
Right?
Yes.
Thereafter, they could not file it. They were deliberately restrained and obstructed from filing it.
Absolutely disputed question of fact. I am saying this is not, no such incident took place.
Mr.
On
Basu,
this ground also.
the ground reality is something completely different. We
My lord,
have
we are
to
in court of
see-
law. My lord, we can say what
Is
is my lord
this?
in law says.
thing is this, if you use the ground reality versus the law, then what is to prevail? Certainly the law will prevail in court. Certainly.
Yes.
But at the
that I'm
same time, we have to see as to where the law is applied. You cannot apply the law sitting
In
inside
vacuum.
glass
Certainly not.
rooms.
Certainly not. But I
You
am
have
submitting,
to come out. The persons could not file the nominations. They approached the court.
Right.
The police was
Without implementing
selected.
party.
Police,
Without implementing party.
he has
Today-
to implicate the world as a party
No.
in this case.
So far as this petition is concerned, they know I have been declared elected. So today, if your lordships entertain this application without implicating me, my right goes.
What is your right? Right to be elected
Elected.
uncontested.
But that is law provides for that.
Your right.
Law provides for that
This
also.
is a type of competition. You cannot expect that nobody is going to compete with you.
My lord,
Can you? You cannot.
Today, my lord, there is a provision for ex parte order also. So here, my lord,
Yes.
rightly, wrongly, my competitor failed to compete me, and that's why I have been declared. Certificate is there. Today, my lord, by this process, my certificate will be nullified.
Yes.
Take his certificate. Kindly see, this is the certificate. And
Our
one certificate I can hand over to my lord.
Yes.
our name
I am
name-
declared.
what?
Which one is this?
our name canvas, although my senior is there, but due to miscommunication, my lord,
No,
our
no.
name canvas in the website on 20, my lord. Thereafter,
Yes,
One.
suddenly
I have-
vanished.
But what Mr. Basu is submitting is really he's advocating a fraud on statute. If the statutory authority
I
does
said there
not
was no
discharge
obstruction.
their
If I say there
function
is no
according to
obstruction.
statute, then it's a fraud on statute. That it vitiates
certificate
everything.
has to go.
We don't have to wait for
Today-
election petition. Look, Article 226 is the extraordinary power in extraordinary situation that was said by the Supreme Court.
Dispute a question of fact.
No
That's
disputed
my-
question of fact, the basic
Yes.
fact.
I said there was no obstruction.
Our
Had
name
there
is-
been
that's
no
not-
obstruction on the earlier
Police
occasion, the court
protection.
would not have passed order granting police protection
That is in the
for
some
filing
other
of
place.
nominations.
Some other place.
After scrutiny
No,
of
not other case, this
But-
case, this
This
matter
case.
also.
This case
after
also.
scrutiny of our name is
This case also.
My lord has directed. So they reached there by police escort. So that part is over.
That
No.
part is They filed their symbols. That part is
after
also
scrutiny our
over.
name also.
The scrutiny was over. They were eligible. The list was published.
And
They were eligible.
their
All of a
website.
sudden, the final list, their name is
And
not
my-
there.
Can my lord decide
After-
today whether the real ground is that either they have reached late or he has
No, no,
not
everybody
started.
reached there. Had they not reached there, then the scrutiny and everything could not have been done.
No, I for the time being presume that is wrongly rejected. Law take his own course. 9370 is clearly
This is
my lord,
not wrong. This is deliberate. Wrong is something else. This is deliberate.
If deliberate wrong is also wrong.
No, no, deliberation is not wrong.
That has to be decided by a court of law. But if your lordships kindly
No, let us
see,
participate.
see two grounds.
Let them go to court.
If your lordship kindly, my lord has the act. Kindly see two grounds for them put in. Kindly come to 73.
No, these provisions were placed repeatedly.
Yes.
Miss Sinha is there. Mr.
My
Mahathir is
lordship
there.
give you one chance.
Repeatedly, it has been placed.
Chance if your lordship kindly give.
Just
I will take 1 minute.
just see the crowd inside the court, all for election petitions.
Give me 1 minute. Kindly come to 73, 79. 79.
79 and 90.
Election dispute.
Already.
Kindly come to. No, no, he can't. 93.
Yes, 93.
Kindly come to 93.
Yes,
This is the
yes.
ground of challenge.
Right.
Kindly come to by the improper acceptance of the nomination or my rejection. Both are there. কোথায় গেল? হ্যাঁ, মানে the nomination has been improperly rejected. So it is improperly rejected at best.
In fact, nomination was not rejected. The candidate was rightly put up in the list of selected candidates who had put in
Yes.
their nomination, but thereafter it was
Whenever I have been declared elected, it necessarily means that others' nomination has been rejected because prior to election there cannot be declaration.
Which constituency is this?
Bangor.
So if that be so, my lord, this
Only
is ground of
one-
rejection.
one
And
minute.
suit is maintainable.
1 minute, 1 minute. Is only one constituency involved?
Yes, yes, yes.
Here?
Bangor.
Bangor.
Bangor too.
And this one is from Bangor.
Bangor.
This was
Same,
Bangor.
same,
But I
same.
don't know who is challenging, but I have bunch of selected candidates who have been declare election. And now this process, my election which has been declared correct has been to be nullified without any due process of law.
Go and contest, get the people's verdict.
And after publication of the.
Then, my lord, the law should be scrapped.
Then, my lord, the election setting will be that stuff.
Continue election, no nomination.
Then what is the use of conducting elections?
70.
No need. Why are we publishing?
70.
Why not
State
talking
election
about-
commission, bias attitude is a main thing for whole mess up.
No,
Election.
please don't use such words.
That's my
Don't talk amongst yourselves.
SP, video, such and such.
I don't know which election he is challenging, but I have a bunch of elected certificate.
Here also there are a bunch of petitioners have
Yes,
come.
I don't know.
From
No,
Bangor.
I have not been made a party. I'm a selected candidate.
82 and all 82 filed their nomination.
Nomination.
All 82 names
yes.
were published in the
Yes,
list.
yes.
I
Yes.
cannot assist, my lord. I
And
have
in
a copy.
82 seats, the result has been declared.
I
No.
don't know the state election commission can say. I have no idea about it. And who declared my lord, winning candidate, my lord, I have no idea at all. Because our name canvassed on 20 my lord, morning, my lord. Thereafter from evening, our name is vanished.
What is this CD?
The mess up. One
The
person.
CD shows how they are prevented with without the arms, ammunitions, and the mobilization of gundas. That's the CD.
But this is
And
my lord,
also
absolutely
that we
student
have been
question.
able to
Absolutely
revise
student.
Not only
nomination,
that, my lord.
that is also reflected.
And not only that, my lord, I also
But
annexed.
this is
the
not a
media
normal
report
course where
also.
somebody has improperly done something.
Page number
This is a
269
deliberate.
words. 269 on
They
what,
want to
my lord.
frustrate the
What
election.
happened on that particular date, my lord? Page number 272.
For the election dispute.
272 onwards.
My lord,
What
the
happened?
newspaper even not even a secondary evidence.
No, newspaper, the court
No,
is
no,
not
I just-
considering.
Television, they
Not
can
even a
show
secondary
whatever
evidence
they
under the
like.
Evidence Act.
The court is not considering those.
Their statement I am.
I'm to बोल रही हूँ। अरे, I have already said.
And 3% died on that particular date, my lord. Then, after
Copy is served
nomination,
upon me, I can assist my lord. Who are the candidates? Declare me. I have not been made a party.
So, my lord, there is no.
How many of your candidates have been declared elected?
My lord, I cannot know who is there. I have at least 10 certificates with me. I could have gathered.
Yes,
Declared.
declared.
I don't know how many total has been declared.
Very well. The 10 will be added here immediately, and you are here to represent. I am recording your submission. I am considering your submission and passing order, so that you cannot say that it's an ex parte order.
I want to be added. I
I
want to
will
be
add
added. And I have a copy of the application so that I can assist my lord.
I will add you.
No, not only adding me. A copy.
I am
is
hearing you. Yeah, I am hearing you also.
I am submitting without the copy of the petition. That my lord kindly consider.
Very well.
I cannot answer
The-
that point.
The point is there
I am
before you. Do you have an
replying on
extra
air.
copy? You have an extra copy?
no, my lord, I have one
I want
one
air.
copy, I can.
Please give a copy. Please give a copy to him.
I am replying on air.
No, it is there. This is what the submission is. You are replying.
This I have to read here and answer to my lord.
Yes.
My lord, that competence I don't have. My lord is fully aware of this.
Super competent.
My lord is fully aware of this.
And that is the reason I have directed for service of copy
What to
immediately.
be done?
Please come.
But I will no useful purpose will be served. If you also kindly keep it tomorrow at least one day so that I can assist my.
Every minute is important.
I know.
There is a time
That's why I say
schedule.
one day, not 1
There
week.
is a time schedule.
Lordship, time schedule has already lapsed. It is already gone.
They have to
All
reschedule.
all these orders that are coming, they are all beyond schedule. Our schedule is long back over.
He has to reschedule. If ultimately your lordship hold in their favor, then reschedule has to be made.
The
Reschedule has to be made.
That will be
no,
No,
possibly not.
No,
not
Possibly
necessary.
not.
Not
There
necessary.
should
That is not
schedule
required.
should not be required.
Not required.
After publication, second publication is necessary. It is entire schedule will be changed.
But so far I am concerned, Malik.
No schedule will be changed.
That is the submission of the state.
That is not very important.
So then
Kindly record my submission that I want to be added because we have been declared elected. I don't know what the petition about, who has been made parties there, in which constituency it has been decided. So unless I am
Constituency is one. Bhangor, it has been said.
all different constituencies.
No, Bhangor.
Different
Bhangor,
Different
Bhangor,
gram
all
panchayat.
Bhangor. Para
Bhangor.
2, my lord. Para 2 I specifically stated.
Constituency means panchayat.
Several panchayats are there.
Several gram panchayat. I don't know which one I have to defend.
Very well.
within the Bhangor block.
Tomorrow in
My
that.
lord will pass the order.
The nomination center is one, that is Bhangor. We want to go to file nomination in Bhangor BDO. So that's why, my lord, that is constitute a homogeneous class, my lord. So to go to the Bhangor, we are obstructed. That's why they are.
The petitioners are all contestants of the Panchayat election 2023 from the different Gram Panchayats of Bhangor 2 constituency. Stop. Next. The nominations of the petitioners were initially accepted and scrutinized. Stop. Their names were published in the list. Now, their names were included in the list published by the State Election Commission. Stop. Paragraph. The grievance of the petitioners is that in the final list published by the State Election Commission, the names of the petitioners have been suddenly dropped. Stop. The petitioners have not been made aware of any reason as to why their names were not included in the final list after the scrutiny process was over. Stop. The petitioners categorically submit that none of them filed any application for withdrawal of their nominations. Stop. Next. Prayer has been made for permitting the petitioners to contest the election. Stop. Next. It has been brought to the notice of this court that after publication of the final list, the candidates who did not face any opposition have been declared uncontested. Stop. A certificate has been produced before this court. Stop. Now, produced before this court, issued by the Panchayat Returning Officer and the Block Development Officer, Bhangor 2 Development Block, on 20th of June 2023. Stop. Next. The Learned Senior Counsel representing the elected candidate submits that as any order passed in favor of the present writ petitioners will affect the right of the elected candidates. Accordingly, they are necessary parties and an opportunity ought to be given to the said candidates to put forth their case. Stop. Next. The learned advocate representing the State Election Commission and the state respondents submits that at this stage there is no scope to entertain the writ petition, and the only recourse of the petitioner is to file an election petition. Stop. Next. Paragraph. The learned advocate appearing for the petitioner. Now, the advocate on record of the petitioner is granted leave to implead the candidates who are being represented in court today. Stop. A copy of the writ petition has already been handed over to the learned senior counsel representing the elected candidates. Stop. Let the matter appear in the list for consideration tomorrow.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. But can it be at 2 p.m.?
Very well, 2 p.m.
Kindly indicate how many candidates, my learned senior.
Give the name.
Just now I
No, otherwise how will he implead?
Give the name, address.
I am having 10 to now.
Give 10
Name
at
and
least.
address.
Give the names of 10 so that they can be,
Mine.
and the others will lie on the same footing. I will give this back. Pradeep, this is to be returned. Acha, affidavit of service filed in court today is taken on record.
Aadhaar card
Who is personally present? Is he there online or physically?
Online.
Let him wait. I'll take up the panchayat matters. There are quite a few. Tell him to wait.
We come back around.
I don't know when this will be over. As soon as it is over,
I'm waiting. For the petitioner, I'm waiting.
yes, please wait. Please tell your client to wait. So many urgent matters are there. And since he is online, he can always join in. Since he is online, he can always join.
One lighter thing, which I always do. Panchayat Act, Bear Act is not available in the market.
Yes, even I know. Everybody like you have purchased.
I have joined just now.
Yes.
But the applications will be taken up today.
Let
But the applications will they be taken up today? But the applications.
Please wait, Mr. Dey, it will be taken up. I'll finish up with the panchayat matters as soon as
My lord,
possible.
my lord,
Come back
definitely.
to the
I'm
list.
here. I'm here. ma'am.
That item number 1 and 3, both are inside matter relating to corruption. That in 3 Mr. Bhattacharya is reading. Kindly takes up 3 first, if it's possible.
Yes, certainly.
Name of the
3 টা একটু আগে দিয়ে দিন না 3 টা
name টা বলো
3 টা একটু আগে দিয়ে দিন
Pradeep 14814, item 3.
Also কোথায়?
3 is taking up. 1 or 3 আছে
Service made.
Yes, service done to all respondents through email as well as person. Sina.
Also কোথায়?
Yes, ma'am. Served all.
Anybody representing the respondent number 8?
8. No, private respondent is not served. Sorry.
Not. And you have allegation against this person.
Allegation cannot be served. Allegation is that he is out of station.
Still now.
Out of
Not
country.
out of station. He has gone to Hajj. But he is on foreign tour. His nomination was accepted. That itself shows, my lord, how the election commission office is not paying fraud on this statute. Now, this is a more fundamental issue. The law requires, my lord, a person who wants to file nomination has to be present personally. or through his secondary with all documents. We have given the list to show this person because he was on Hajj, still is on Hajj. How could his nomination be accepted? Let
Yes.
Election Commission will not give a report to your lordship tomorrow. I think that will resolve the whole issue.
Yes.
I have heard, and I'm very happy. Election Commission. I really want to know, your lordship, what actually is happening, because when the elections are announced, all the officers, they are coming under us. We have a right to know as to whether the allegations that have been made against my officers are true or not. At least this much we can expect.
That's why I
Enlighten the court.
yes.
Bureau of Immigration, my lord, that comes under the Ministry of Home Affairs.
Yes.
My lord, the union is a party, but service through the Ministry of External Affairs, my lord. The Ministry of Home Affairs and the Bureau of Immigration may be added. My lord, we need a order of court, my lord, to come up with the particulars, my lord.
May I make a few submissions, my lord?
Yes.
Or
Yes.
may I submit it tomorrow, my lord?
No, you can always.
Yes, my lord. As per my lord, the information that I have received from the BDO, my lord, the nomination was probably filed by one Omar Farooq Mullah, my lord, who is the proposer. My lord, the provision permits either the candidate or the proposer to file the nomination. The proposer was there physically present and has filed the nomination paper, my lord, and accordingly it has been taken into consideration.
And is the signature of the candidate concerned not required?
Yes, signature is required, but
No.
my lord, your lordship will kindly take the provision at the time of taking the nomination paper.
Show me, please.
Yes. At the time of taking the nomination paper, my lord,
Which provision?
my lord, 46, section 46, my lord. At the time of taking the nomination, my lord, there is no scope of verifying the signature.
At the time of scrutiny?
At the time of scrutiny, my lord, it has been, my lord, scrutinized. And my lord, what report they have, my lord, the election commission will be able to say.
No, since you made the submission,
Yes,
that proposer has proposed the name of the private respondent.
yes, I'll tell you, lordship, my lord.
But then
yes.
finish it up with what instruction you have.
Yes, yes. My lord, the person says, the concerned officer says that the PRO has not received any written objection or any counter affidavit from any end against the nomination filed by Moharuddin Ghazi till the date and time of the scrutiny of the nomination paper concerned. Hence, the nomination paper has been accepted as per law. But till the time, the scrutiny was till 17th. No objection like contained in the writ petition came before the concerned person till the time of scrutiny. And accordingly, it was scrutinized and it was, the name was probably published.
Just imagine a situation where candidates are personally present, they are threatened, they are prevented, they are obstructed from going to the polling station, and somebody who is out of the country, he files his nomination
Yes.
to somebody else.
The law permits it.
And it is
No.
The
Law doesn't.
law
permits
46 subsection 1,
yes,
it permits
please.
it. On or before the date appointed under clause A of section 43, each candidate shall either in person or by his proposer between the hours as may be prescribed deliver to the panchayat returning officer at the place specified in this behalf in the notice issued under section 44 a nomination paper completed in the prescribed form and signed by the candidate and by a voter of the constituency as
Signed by the
proposer.
candidate, signed
Yes,
by
but the
candidate.
allegation is not the sign is not there. The allegation is not that the sign is not there. They say that the sign is there. They say that the person is not there.
Whose sign is there?
They say that it cannot be his signature.
Because the person left the country.
I do not get it. The person is not there. Who can sign?
Yes.
No, but it's signed by the candidate.
Where is the
But
candidate?
at the time of submission of the nomination paper, the proposer can go and submit, my lord.
Submit, but
The objection with regard to the signature had to be raised by them.
No, how could we raise?
They have not raised any objection with regard to the signature at all. This is coming up for the first time in the writ petition. At the time of scrutiny, there was no objection. That is what the officer is saying. That I will consider the objections. If no objection comes to me, what will I consider?
and at the time of scrutiny also, the panchayat returning officer is not required to see whether the
The
candidate
signature
has
was
signed.
there. The
Because-
form
no,
contained
no.
the signature of the candidate.
You signed for your learned friend and it is
Yes.
accepted.
No,
Is it so?
Malad, kindly takes one thing, Malad. the form is signed by the candidate, submitted by the proposer in person.
Right. So you say that the form was signed by the candidate.
It
the
has to be
candidate-
according to the law.
Has to be according to law. That's the point.
has to be according to law, but whether it has to be in accordance with law is a question mark.
Right. Now, till the point of scrutiny, this objection has to come from someone that this is not his signature. He has gone for Hajj and he was on
And-
so and so flight.
What is the purpose of this scrutiny? Only the objections, the officer concerned.
And
is
the
not-
documents which has been given. And the documents which has been given.
And the
Nirmala,
signature,
then
the
these-
candidate, the officer will not see whether the signature, the person who has filed nomination is there or not. Whether it is his signature,
when
or
he
not,
left,
whether
yes,
there
was
is
not-
Lord,
Report soon.
what your lordship is seeking, my lord, at the time of scrutiny, my lord, is only matching of the
Mr.
signature with other documents.
Mr. Bandyopadhyay probably will put the proposer into trouble. This person left the country on 4th of June.
Right.
Might be.
At
When
that
the
point of-
election notification.
If the proposer, if someone
the
has put a
proposer
wrong
has committed-
signature, well, if someone has put a wrong signature, that's a different
Yes,
thing
yes.
altogether. The point here being made is that the officer concerned, who was acting as the PRO, did not receive an objection till the point of scrutiny. It has to be indicated like it has been indicated in the paragraph, my lord, before your lordship. That is paragraph 8. They will have to
Nomination
show
form.
that they will have to first show that up to 17, the officer concerned was approached by saying that this signature is not genuine. Merely putting the blame on the officer, my lord, will not suffice. They will have to show their bona fide also. What steps they had taken.
নাম পাবলিশ করার পরে জানতে পারছি
Well, I would request the selection commission to submit a report. What are the requirements of filing nomination? Giving detail of the photograph and signature all. How could a person who left the country on 4th of June and the officer said, I don't know anything? Now, this is fraud on statute, my specific point. Hmm.
and the immigration center is required to be made a party, the immigration authorities.
As the Ministry of Home Affairs, for the disclosure of the details, Bharat, we need an order from the court.
External affairs will not be able to say.
So, Bharat, BIO, Bureau of Immigration is under the Ministry of Home Affairs.
Okay.
And the Hajj committee can also.
One more thing, Bharat,
The Hajj committee is also there, and you have served it to the Ministry of Law and Justice.
Because when at page 32, I have an X, kindly see, Milad. Page 32,
Page 32.
where from we can demonstrate this on 4th June he has left. This is a document of Hajj committee. It's uploaded on the website.
Yes.
This shows that his 4th June has left, and this Hajj committee can file a report with this court saying that
The Hajj committee is in Mumbai. Your address. It's in Mumbai. How can you get the information?
then it can be done.
The Immigration Bureau, Mr. Bhattacharya is
Yes,
there.
yes.
He can take instruction immediately.
one more aspect, Bharat. But since, Bharat, we are, Bharat, all discussing, Bharat, the modalities and the procedures relating to the panchayat elections. Bharat, with the nomination form, this Sonal Sinha will be in a better position to answer that, Bharat. There is a declaration ballot form which has to be submitted. And the declaration form that reveals, that states, প্রার্থীর জমাকৃত মনোনয়নপত্রের সঙ্গে প্রদেয় ঘোষণাপত্র পঞ্চায়েত রিটার্নিং আধিকারিকের সম্মুখে So it has to be done in presence of the PRO, the panchayat
Right.
returning officer. And at the bottom of the form, the place of signature is there, তারিখ সহ প্রার্থী সম্পূর্ণ স্বাক্ষর. Thereafter, there is a marking where the panchayat returning officer has to sign. It states, আমার উপস্থিতিতে স্বাক্ষরিত পঞ্চায়েত রিটার্নিং officer.
Yes.
The form must be there in the act itself.
Yes, yes, yes.
Isn't it there?
Has to be.
It is there.
Statutory, these are all statutory.
Yes.
And that's why I said that Mrs. Sinha will be in a better position to.
Election rules, election rules.
তোমার ফোন নমিনেশন ফর্ম যেখানে ওটা বার করো দাদা nomination form।
Well, a declaration is given when not in front of the officer by signing document.
সম্মুখে
Then 46(1) says that it
It's
can
only
be filed
presentation of
through the-
papers.
Presentation.
The presentation of papers, nothing else.
What does this
That I did
presentation
it-
mean?
Well, that before the the nominating officer, he takes the papers and say, on behalf of the candidate, I am depositing it as a proposer,
And-
nothing else. But the declaration has to be given by the candidate itself, being present before the officer.
And in terms of the form of declaration, the declaration has to be signed in presence of the officer, also, the PRO.
আমার উপস্থিতিতে স্বাক্ষরিত পঞ্চায়েত রিটার্নিং আধিকারিক।
Where is the form? Is it not there in the law?
All nominations is there, like election.
Application for a nominations.
আইপ্যাডটা কেন
আর একটা প্রিন্ট আউট বার করে নাও, তোমাদের বিচ্ছিরি অভ্যাস সফট কপির।
Please come. The petitioner. Petitioners.
But, here will be Hemant, may I take your-
Yes, yes. The petitioners challenged the
গতকাল বলেছিলাম যে
nomination filed by the respondent number 8, Moharuddin Ghazi. Stop. Ghazi, for contesting the Panchayat election 2023. Stop. Specific submission of the petitioner is that the said candidate left for Hajj on 4th June 2023 and is yet to return to the country.
in terms of schedule, he will return on 16th July.
Stop. The petitioners have annexed a document allegedly obtained from the official site of the Hajj Committee of India, wherein the name of the private respondent, his flight details for leaving the country and returning back to the country are mentioned. Stop. Next. It has been submitted that it was absolutely illegal and improper for the Panchayat returning officer to accept the nomination in respect of the respondent number 8. Stop. Paragraph. It has been submitted that the candidate ought to have been physically present before the returning officer for filing the nomination. Stop. Next. Prayer has been made to call for a report from the State Election Commission. Stop. Next. Learned advocate representing the state respondents submits that as per provision of section 46 within bracket 1,
Rules
the nomination paper can be filed either by the candidate or by his proposer. Stop. In the present case, the proposer of the candidate filed the nomination. Stop. The learned advocate, however, is not aware as to whether the candidate concerned is in the country or not. Stop. It has further been submitted that no objection was raised before the Panchayat returning officer, and accordingly, it was not possible for the Panchayat returning officer to ascertain the allegation. Stop. Next.
No objection received till the time of scrutiny.
Objection received till the time of scrutiny. Stop. Next. Learned advocate representing the Union of India submits that information can be collected from the Immigration Bureau of India, which
Bureau of Immigration India.
Bureau of Immigration
India.
in India. The which functions under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Stop. Next. Paragraph. The learned advocate representing the State Election Commission is directed to come ready with proper instruction as to whether the private respondent number 7, 8, was actually present at the time of filing the nomination as required under law, and whether the signature of the candidate was made in the presence of the returning officer. Stop. Next. Leave is granted to the learned advocate on record of the petitioner to implead the Bureau of Immigration and the Ministry of Home Affairs as party respondents.
Yes.
And a copy of the copy of the writ petition may be served upon the learned advocate representing the Union of India for onward transmission to the added respondents. Stop. List tomorrow, 2 p.m.
And only one more thing, that Election Commission will apprise your lordship when the nomination paper was uploaded in the website. Only then we can raise objection.
When it was uploaded, why the date of uploadment must be there in the portal itself?
According to us, it was never uploaded.
What was never uploaded?
Nomination paper for raising objection, we must know in terms of direction of Supreme Court.
Yes, yes.
They were supposed to upload the nomination paper and the affidavits.
It was never uploaded. None of the nomination papers are
Yes,
uploaded.
yes. Jila Parishad, Panchayat Samiti, they have uploaded.
But the panchayats
Learned counsel just read out from the form, my lord. It must have been uploaded somewhere.
No.
আরে পড়লো কোত্থেকে? বিলে তো পড়লো এক্ষুনি।
No, that is the
From other
format.
From the form. Kindly.
Achha. A commission shall also intimate as to the date on which the details of the concerned candidate was uploaded in the portal. You implead. What about the first item?
First matter, led another corruption at the instance of the officers who are issuing certificates. One thing, a certificate. Certificate.
Certificate is next.
No. Certificate. This man is a contesting candidate.
program ফোন করলো না program
Kindly take some page 24.
program কিছু পাঠালো
Yes.
Salima Begum.
সারাজু আলী পাঠিয়েছে
DPO, character line. One line.
program
The copy of the writ petition could not be served upon the respondent number 8 as he is reported to be out of the country.
10 এর সালিমা
Yes.
বেগম
That page 24, second candidate, Salima Begum.
Salima Begum.
The next page 25.
Yes.
Certificate was issued on the last day, 15 June 2023, in her favor. Kindly see, the daughter is daughter of Amar Sheikh, which according is no name. Her father's name is something else, and she belongs to a Sayyid community. And I have next entire list of
Where is the daughter's name? Other place where it's
the
available?
PAN card I have gathered. It's not annexed. But if you see PAN card, I have gathered of Salima Begum and her
But
and
how?
her brother's certificate I have annexed. Iyaj Ali certificate কি বাবা
Syed Ali Murtaza.
প্যান কার্ডটা দাও দেখি
Where is the objection?
Yes, Milad.
Where is the objection that you have
I
raised?
have made complaint immediately on 15th. It was issued, Milad. Page 33. I have made complaint, Milad, to the BDO, SDO, DM, all concerned. I have
Receipt.
They refused there from
Milad, through they have refused. That's why Milad, I have sent through email. Page 35,
35.
35, 36.
Where is the date?
Milad, date is Milad is the 16 June.
36.
36,
16th of June.
16th of June, Milad.
This is application for OBC duplicate certificate. This is not the objection, page 36.
Rather, I'm sorry, ma'am. Page 35, ma'am. Page 35.
Yes, 35, where is the date? I can see the time, but where is the date?
It was taken, screenshot has been taken in such a manner that
The date is not printed. But was it on the 16th itself?
16th itself, ma'am. Immediately, ma'am. But I can produce the receipt, ma'am, taking a screenshot in a proper manner, ma'am. If you are so desirable, I can produce it, ma'am, by supplementary by tomorrow itself.
What is page 37? Sayyada Salima Begum.
Ma'am, page 37, ma'am, is the electoral roll of Sayyid Salima Begum. Ma'am.
Salima Bibi and Salima Begum, is she the same person?
After marriage, yes. After marriage.
Is she the same person?
Yes, ma'am.
No, but then if it is Begum, then she files a she gets the OBC certificate
in
BB.
Yes, baby. All these are happening, lad,
Is she
and lad, the
divorced?
concerned officers are involved, lad.
No, is she divorced?
No. She is not divorced. I have annexed is the lad, card office of her father's husband also, lad.
Where is her husband's card?
Lad, at page lad 20. Eta ki? Yes.
Sayyada Masroor Ali.
Yes, lad. 29.
27,
29.
26, Nirvachan Talika.
27 and 29. 27, husband's name Sayyid Masroor Ali. And Milad, I have annexed an entire list of OBC Milad to demonstrate that Sayyid is not that community which can get Milad this OBC certificate. Milad.
Provided she is Sayyid, she does not mention that such and such. She belongs to the Sheikh community. It is mentioned in the OBC certificate.
That's wrong. That's my point. Milad, the PAN card I have issued, handed over just now. It says that the father's name is something else.
Tell me one thing. Will the commission go and see whether this certificate is right or wrong?
That commission has been issued certificate in terms of the notification on 15th June.
You pray for cancellation of this certificate.
I shall pray for cancellation of the certificate. That is something else.
Yes.
But the authorities are involved. They are issuing certificate while not acting as an election officer. That's my point. Because he is a candidate of a particular party which is now ruling in the state, the certificates are issued on the last day, and without verifying the other documents which are required to be verified for issuing the certificate. And the names mentioned, where from they have got this now name, her father's name. Particularly when he is a married lady, the certificate is issued by referring her father's name. Kindly see the certificate at page 25. Amar Sheikh, this is the name. Where from they got this name? That Amar Sheikh. They have got something. Neither her husband is a OBC community, nor her father is belong to OBC community. Now he has changed her father and got the name Amar Sheikh because the officers are with them. That's my point. I can cancel the certificate, that is a procedure, I shall follow it. But the election officer, while functioning as the election officer, he is doing this to favor somebody else.
No, but then the subdivisional officer is acting as the election officer, but he is also the competent authority to issue certificate under the SC/ST Act.
Right.
Then
he will cancel the certificate by following the procedure.
Yes.
That is something else. My submission is on the last day of scrutiny.
I have received so many matters where certificates were issued on the last day and they have been
No
permitted.
difficulty in issuing certificate on the last day. But there must be some documents to demonstrate that she belongs to that community.
Challenge this certificate. The commission cannot do anything over here. As long as the certificate remains, what will the commission do?
I have made SDO as a party who has issued the certificate.
Yes.
The SDO is answerable. SDO can produce records before this court that these are the records based on which I have issued the certificate as the election officer.
No, but then
in usual courts, if I apply for certificate, then it takes certain procedure to follow. Now, during election, there is the instruction on SDO that if any candidate comes, you have to issue the certificate within this time. SDO had exercised this jurisdiction. Now, my lord, he has considered some documents, some materials to allow somebody to contest election. The person who is not belong to that my lord, reserve community category, he is taking advantage of reserve category to contest, my lord, with the help of the authority. That's my point.
I can understand, but then
Therefore, my lord, kindly direct the SDO to produce the records based on which he has issued certificate. That's my point today.
Which petition, my lord? In a petition where nomination has been challenged?
No. I have not challenged the nomination. I have my primary challenge. My primary challenge that
What last it has been issued, my lord, the SDOs are overclocking the hours so that it can be given to those
right.
who want it.
We know who are.
Then they have got it, they have rushed to file the nomination papers. I have seen in so many writ petitions. So many writ petitions. Even on the last day, I have shown my lord, one matter. They applied in 2021, didn't give the documents till last day. They gave the document, immediately certificate was issued. The person went to submit it.
yes.
And this is the fault of the SDO to issue the certificate.
That's what
And my lord,
I have.
you get.
But I have at least shown to your lordship some documents that SDO has exercised his discretion
my learned
as an election officer.
My learned
that-
friend at the time of drafting of the petition was not satisfied that the certificate ought to have been challenged.
That kindly see my prayer. My prayer be made kindly see.
Prayer is for cancellation of nomination.
Where from you are getting that I have sought for cancellation of nomination? That is, I have sought for cancellation.
If my English knowledge does not fail me, resign the nomination filed by the respondent number 10.
That is consequential.
He has not sought the.
My primary prayer is B. My
His primary prayer is consideration of representation.
no, that is not representation.
This is what your prayer says.
But prayer is
No.
is not a drafting
Help.
something like I am
Take immediate action against.
Sent up the SDOs and the BDOs cannot be blamed for anything.
Let you file appropriate application.
that application I have made.
If it is cancelled, then
That application
and
kindly
provided the candidate wins, they don't
kindly
even know what to
don't
say.
allow somebody let the reserve category contest a seat who does not belong to that category. If he wins, who will represent Malad?
No, if he wins the certificate, if it is cancelled, then
This
the report
will take course all up to 3 years. By that time,
cancellation.
by that time, election petition lordship knows
No, not election petition. If the certificate
that kindly then direct the
cancelled.
SDO to consider my application for my cancellation that I have made to SDO in due course within a period. Let that be.
Where is that?
That I have made
Where is that?
page 34. Page 34.
34.
My lord, at base what the petition is alleging is a corrupt practice under 93B by the person, respondent number 10.
Page 34. What have you said?
Last line cancellation.
No. ভিত্তি করে যে মনোনয়ন জমা নেওয়া হয়েছে সেটা বাতিল করা হোক। So
Certificate.
cancellation of nomination. File proper application. File proper application.
I shall kindly grant me leave
I'll
and I kindly director fix a period.
the petitioner are you also a contesting candidate?
No.
No.
The voter.
The petitioner
I am an elector of that constituency.
has come up with a case that one Salima Bibi, who filed her nomination for contesting the Panchayat election 2023 from a reserved category seat, does not belong to the said category. Stop. Next. Paragraph. It is the specific contention of the petitioner that the OBC certificate issued in favor of the said Salima Bibi was obtained upon practicing fraud and misrepresentation. Stop. Specific contention is that the said Salima Bibi does not belong to the other backward classes. Stop. The name of the father of Salima Bibi has been incorrectly mentioned in the certificate issued by the subdivisional officer Kandi. PAN card has been relied upon to show that the name of the father of Salima Bibi is Syed Ali Murtuza. PAN card is here. Please check the spelling. The petitioner has annexed the voter card. Now, the voter slip of the brother of the candidate and the voter slip of the father of the candidate.
Husband and brother I have annexed.
Oh, acha, husband and brother. Stop. Next. Murtuza is her husband.
আরে হাজবেন্ড এর নামটা বলো
The father's name I.
হাজবেন্ড ইজ মনসুর আলী ইজ হাজবেন্ড
Murtuza is the father. Where is the husband?
হাজবেন্ড at page 27 সৈয়দ মনসুর আলী
27.
সালিমা বেগম স্বামীর নাম সৈয়দ মনসুর আলী
Father bollam, comma father, comma brother and husband. Voter slip annex kora hoyeche. Acha, paragraph. The petitioner alleges that the candidate concerned is involved in corruption in filing nomination, relying upon a certificate which was obtained on the very last date of filing the nomination papers. Stop. Prayer has been made for cancellation of a nomination. Stop. Next. The prayer of the petitioner has been opposed by the learned advocate representing the state respondents and the State Election Commission. Stop. It has been submitted that the Election Commission acted in accordance with the certificate issued by the competent authority. Stop. Till the certificate is not cancelled by the competent authority, comma, the commission has no other option but to act in accordance with the same. Stop. Next. Upon hearing the submissions made on behalf of all the parties, it appears that as on date, there is a certificate issued in favor of the said Salima Bibi by the competent authority, that is the subdivisional officer. Stop. No, not stop. Subdivisional officer recognizing her as a member of the other backward classes -A. Stop. As long as the certificate remains valid, comma, the said candidate will be entitled to the benefit of reservation. Stop. Next. As the petitioner has contended that the said certificate was obtained by practicing fraud and misrepresentation, accordingly, it will be open for the petitioner to take appropriate steps for redressal of her grievances, her or his grievances, in accordance with law, if so advised. No relief can be granted to the, no further relief can be granted to the
Kindly
petitioner in
report
the
that-
instant writ petition. Who is for the petitioner?
My lord, I dictate.
Served?
My lord, I have sent through mail because I got the leave today itself, my lord.
Everybody has got leave today.
Yes, my lord, but I have sent through mail, but I have
Who did you send?
I have served the GP office of the landed GP.
The commission?
Yes, my lord,
Commission?
I have sent through mail, but
Miss
I have
Sinha is there in court every day, and I take her name for servicing the copies. Why don't you serve her? And this was filed
sent
yesterday,
through mail.
possibly.
I have sent everybody through mail, my lord.
No, mail will not do. Give a copy. What is your allegation?
Well, this is unlike the earlier one, my lord.
Unlike.
Yes,
Not
sir.
unlike, alike. But with
Alike.
with a prayer of challenge of the
Yes, my lord. Certificate I have made. That is the difference.
page 11,
That's the
Roman
issue
2, that
is-
prayer is there. And I have got the instructions accordingly, since the prayer is there.
Page 15 is the certificate that you are challenging.
No, this is my certificate.
So
Despite
this
my
is your
best
certificate.
despite my best effort, modern, I couldn't get the certificate of the private respondent. I have made a complaint on 17th. 20th was the last date. Yesterday, my lord.
Did you file nomination?
Yes, my lord.
Are you? Is your
Contesting.
nomination
Accepted.
accepted?
Accepted.
You are challenging
The certificate issued by the authority
yes.
against a seat where the private respondent is contesting, that is a earmark for the scheduled caste candidate. He belongs to the Maisha community. I have
Are you contesting from the same seat?
same seat, my lord.
Or both from the same seat?
Same seat, my lord.
Achha.
Wants it uncontested now.
No, my lord. That is not. The person who is eligible.
Walk over.
No, my lord. Not. I'm not. There are. No, my lord, I have not prayed for the installation of the election. What is my plan? My lord, kindly come to page 11. Because the person is contesting with even with uneven, my lord. He does not belong to the scheduled caste community. He is contesting with the scheduled caste community candidate.
But then a certificate is there in favor of that
My lord,
candidate.
that is admitted. Fact that
Admitted.
I have prayed, my lord, and I have prayed, my lord, page 11 to cancel the scheduled caste certificate. That prayer
Very
is
well.
there.
Only
That is
apart from that, nothing can be done.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes,
case
sir.
has to be heard. He's only saying what he has prayed for. Why
Yes,
he is challenging, he has to say. Why
Yes,
that
my lord.
certificate is wrong, he is not saying.
Yes, my lord. My lord, kindly turn
He
to-
is saying that he is not doing, contesting,
My lord,
unfair
that is
advantage.
in
Why?
order to
What
cut
is-
short the issue, my lord. I have said this is unlike earlier matter in order to cut short the
Unlike.
issue.
Unlike.
But
Yes.
he's not saying what is the problem.
Whoa,
with
whoa,
the
whoa.
certificate.
The other candidate does not belong to the scheduled caste.
The respondent number
community.
7 does not belong to the, because I have annexed the document.
Which
My lord,
document? Please
yes,
show.
my lord. Not page 19.
Yes.
This is a variation certificate or legal year certificate.
Waris come certificate.
Yes, my lord. Where the name of the private respondent, father of the private respondent appears, my lord.
Yes.
My lord, then my lord turns to page 20.
What is the name of the private respondent?
Private respondent,
Roshanjit Bera.
yes, my lord.
Where is his
Son of-
name? Where is his
He is the
name?
son of Chittaranjan Bera. It appears at page 19, serial number 2.
Serial number 2, Chittaranjan Bera is the father of Prosenjit Bera.
Prosenjit Bera.
Acha.
Now my lord turns to page 20.
Yes.
Page 20, relevant page 21.
Yes.
They belongs to the Maisho community.
Where is the name? Mauja.
Then 22 is the name of the Chittaranjan Bera.
Nabalok Street, Tinku Bera.
Yes.
Tinku Bera. Who is Tinku Bera?
My lord, then turn page 22. Name of the father of the petitioner, private respondent appears. Serial number 3, Chittaranjan Bera.
Kobala Dolil Data. And where is the Data's description? Grohita is Sri Tinku Bera.
Yes.
Mahisho. Data is Chittaranjan.
Yes, my lord.
Where is Chittaranjan's caste mentioned?
My lord, page 23.
Page 23.
Sreni Maisho.
Jati Hindu Sreni Mahisho. And Mahishos are not OBCs. Sure. All Mahishos, they're none.
I
are
have
OBC.
annexed. I have annexed.
Where
I have
is that
tried to
list?
demonstrate a list
Where is that list?
by annexing a document.
Yes.
That appears at page,
40.
not page 41, sorry, 40.
Yes.
Neither the surname nor the subcaste come within this list.
There is another list also.
This is I have got from a book, my lord.
Yes, state.
Yes, my lord, your lordship will kindly take the next page, page 40.
40?
Page 40. My lord, my learned friend is relying on page 39.
No,
No,
he relied upon 40.
Yes, 40 kindly takes serial number 54. That is the Rajbanshi, my lord. The private respondent have been able to submit documents before us stating that he is belonging to the Rajbanshi community, which is having the surname of Bera. And my lord, accordingly, the certificate was issued on 30th of October 2017 by us.
So long back.
Yes. My lord, I received the instructions at 1:50, but I could not take a printout. May I hand over the document, my lord, in a soft form, my lord?
No. Well, 54 Rajbongshi and Maheshwas are same.
My lord, the petitioner, though having a surname of Bera, is belonging to the caste of Rajbongshi, my lord.
And not Maheshwas.
My lord, Maheshwa, my lord, I am not going on to the deed, my lord. I am not going on the basis of the deed. My lord, because when I
In fact remains
when
that
I
the
issue the
certificate is
my lord, I
there.
can't look into a deed.
Yes, my lord.
Certificate is there.
That
Go
is what-
challenge. Please come. The petitioner as well as the private respondent both are contesting the Panchayat general election from the same seat. Stop. The seat is reserved for scheduled castes or OBC,
Scheduled caste.
SC. Stop. Next. The petitioner challenges the candidature of the private respondent on the ground that he does not belong to the reserved community. Stop. Next. The petitioner has annexed documents in support of his submission that the private respondent falls under the community Mahesho, which is not included in the list of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in West Bengal. Stop. Next. Objection was filed by the petitioner before the. Where is the objection?
Yes, my lord, page 46 to the SDO.
Before the subdivisional officer. Seeking cancellation of the caste certificate issued in favor of the private respondent. Stop. Next. The petitioner has also prayed for a direction upon the Election Commission to debar the private respondent from contesting the Panchayat election. Stop. Next. The learned advocate representing the state respondents have obtained instruction from the
From the SDO Boshirhat.
from the subdivisional officer Boshirhat that the caste certificate was issued in favor of the private respondent as the private respondent claimed to be a member of the Rajbongshi community.
In October 2017.
Rajbongshi community, which is included in the list of scheduled castes and scheduled tribes in West Bengal. Stop. The said certificate was issued as far back as in October 2017. Stop. Next. From the submissions made on behalf of the parties, it appears that the nomination of the private respondent was accepted in respect of the reserved category, as there is a valid caste certificate in his favor. Stop. Next. The petitioner presently contends that the said caste certificate was issued by furnishing false information. Stop. Next. The petitioner has already filed an objection before the subdivisional officer, being the competent authority to take a call in the matter. Stop. The subdivisional officer, Boshirat, is directed to take a decision on the objection filed on behalf of filed by the petitioner in accordance with law, after giving reasonable opportunity of hearing to all the parties within 12 weeks from the date of communication of this order. A reasoned order shall be passed and communicated to the parties immediately thereafter. Writ petition disposed of.
Much of.
Four
No, 4 I am for the petitioner, my lord. Petitioner belongs to scheduled caste, my lord.
served.
Yes, my lord. I've served,
Yes.
my lord. And, my lord, in course of the day, my lord, I said, I filed the supplementary.
Supplementary?
Affidavit service.
Yes.
My lord, the petitioner belongs to scheduled caste and he obtained the scheduled caste certificate on 14 June. He filed the nomination paper at the Dhula Sima Gram Panchayat. His candidature was declared Subodh supplementary list. But kindly come to page 16. But these are silver certificate issued in favor of me on 14 June.
Certificate page 16.
Yes,
What's the page
certificate page 21. Certificate page 20.
21?
Same to naki
Yes,
এটা কি
সুব্রত কয়াল?
অরিজিনাল তো দেখাচ্ছি সেম কেন দেখো না ভাই আমি ফ্রড করি না
না না আমি তো এটা আলাদা করে দেখাচ্ছি
না এটা দেখাচ্ছি ওটা তো অস্পষ্ট আসছে না
He has also got an original, so I was wondering if it is the same or not because he has already annexed one.
Page 18?
page 21 page 21
Page 21.
What is page 21?
Oh, sorry.
page 21
Nomination. Nomination.
certificate না
Page 18, sorry. Yes.
page 18 the silver certificate one
Yes.
and my lord I submit it my lord the nomination paper and nomination paper in page 16 my lord they have take all the marks subsequently on date of scrutiny my lord 17th my lord they told me that your nomination is allowed. Then my lord they verbally told me that your nomination paper is cancelled because you don't have any certificate. Well, on 14th I have got the certificate. I submitted the same. And on the same issue, my lord, on the same issue, your lordship passed an order on page number 22, my lord. Ulveria. And Ulveria 1, my lord. Well, yesterday also your lordship passed same order, my lord. I have annexed one order, my lord, that is page 22 on 20th June. Last annexes.
See, page 23, paragraph number 4, it is mentioned as the final list is yet to be published. But by today, this list has also been published.
Published, my lord.
Have you followed? Why did you not come earlier?
Well, because my lord, I came to learn on 17th, my lord, 18th was holiday, and 19th and 20th I made complaint before the SDO and the my lord, State Election Commission to get the
19th, see, this order was passed on the 20th. You ought to have been here on the 9th.
My lord, I made all effort, my lord. I made the all representation to the State Election Commission and the DM to get the result for only 48 hours. Well, I delay, my lord.
Thing is, your effort was not enough.
May I show something?
They show two documents. I will kindly take page 15 once. Your lordships will find just above the date when she has filed he has filed the nomination. And it is 11 a.m. Your lordships found the time alert. Kindly take the certificate at page 80 when it has been issued.
11 a.m.
11 a.m. Bangla, it's in Bangla, Malad.
PM, it is
আরম্ভ
written-
হইবে আরম্ভ হইবে 11 থেকে আরম্ভ হইবে স্থান
The person, your lordship at the top will find, at the very top, he is the first person submitting nomination. First person, 01.
see in the middle
Yes.
ডেট এই মনোনয়নপত্র আমার নিকট আমার কার্যালয়ে 14/6 তারিখে 2:10 PM সময় এত তারিখে
প্রদত্ত হইল সকল মনোনয়নপত্র পরীক্ষা উলুবেড়ি 1 নম্বর বিডিও অফিসে স্থান 17/6/2023 তারিখ বেলা 11টার সময় আরম্ভ হইবে
The date, time, 2:10 p.m. Malad, accept the time. 2:10. Kindly take the certificate at page 18. Right hand side, the digital signature when it is issued. Certificate issued at 2:17. Nomination filed at 2:10. This is issued by SDO. The nomination submitted before video physically by the candidate. So 7 minutes hence the certificate is being issued. So admittedly at the time of submission there was no nomination. So certificate. There was no certificate at that point of time. And if there is no certificate at the point of time of submission of nomination,
বলে at that time
takes another 46(3).
বলে at that time of scrutiny it can be ascertained
Sir, one
no whether you had the certificate with you at the time of filing the nomination.
on 14th
how can it be?
within the last date করে দিন
within the last date, my lord, but within the last date I can submit the document. I have received the on 14th
Where is that?
and there was a
It
provisional
mentions-
provisional certificate issued by the BDO, concerned BDO. Yes, when
Provisional certificate.
No, where is the provisional certificate?
my lord,
Slips are issued.
my lord, when the silver certificate issued, my lord, and my lord,
Kindly take 46(3). These submissions have no legs to stand. It has to be given in original. It has to be given in original. That's the provision.
This is the law that you have to possess and produce
if
it.
my lord, they prevented me from getting the
prevention.
document,
Now the
if
case
they
of
have
prevention.
received, they have allowed me at 2/17. Well, what can I do, my lord? Well, I have the originally I am a silver certificate. I have got that, and up to 17th.
Malad, now there is a
may be
case of prevention.
you
There
come-
will be inaction.
Had
Odds
you come
value, everything
earlier,
will come now.
had you come earlier, I would have accepted your prayer. Now, when you
then
have seen that the court is passing orders,
No, not
then
I.
you have come.
I have
You have
made.
annexed
I have.
the copy of the court's order also.
Yes, that is my. I have got the. Then, as a lawyer, I sent it, but they are not our my lord.
Sure.
They are not our my lord. So, kindly consider your lordship's order passed on 20th and 21st also your lordship passed order. 30 yesterday. Yesterday your lordship also allowed.
No,
So,
but then I'm not convinced that you had this certificate at that point of time.
No,
লাস্ট ডেটের মধ্যে আমি জমা দিয়েছি
my lord, kindly see my lord on 17th. On 17th, my document will be.
Consider
And my lord,
for orders to be passed and then coming to
And-
take advantage.
my lord, one submission. My lord, one submission, my lord. Well, one submission, my lord. Kindly come to page 16. There is a manipulation apparent from the record, my lord. Kindly see, my lord. Each and every column they have marking same, and one last, my lord, no marking. My lord, kindly see.
Maybe
This is not
maybe there was a wrong recording.
Done.
Maybe, but
It has
but
done.
the fact is right.
It has done.
But
on,
the fact
it
is
has
that
done on the
he
last time.
submitted at 2:10 and he did not have the certificate before 2:17.
then
It
Malad-
cannot be. And this is
then
a
Malad,
computer
video-
generated document. He will have to produce it in
Then, my
original.
lord, kindly.
He have to take it from SDO office, go to BDO office and submit it physically. That is the law.
Then, one ask him to produce all documents.
Which document?
When the copy has started, why
It is
the video
written
has
in
issued
form.
the provisional certificate. I have submitted.
Acha,
I have
show me,
submitted, my
1
lord.
minute. Show me your acknowledgement slip. When did you apply?
On 14th dollar, that is page 15. Page 15 on 14th
14th June.
14th. All 14th I have submitted.
One day before closing of nomination.
As I am a silk cast, that's time I
One day before closing of
And one-
nomination, he realized it.
What is your age? What is your age?
age 37.
And all on a sudden, on 14th of June, it cropped up to you that you are a scheduled caste
Well,
candidate.
my title cannot be
You are not.
denied. My father's title can by legal earmark cannot be this.
Achha.
Well,
The
the
petitioner,
authority does not give that certificate in time, my lord.
the petitioner,
My lord, applied on 14th, issued on 14th, and still my fault.
intended you act on proper time, that is your fault.
If I do not act, it is my fault.
It cuts both ways.
But here also, what my learned
Well, like, allow-
he applied.
But state is fighting, my lord. My lord, APRO is. APRO is. I have one of the person who is rejecting my application. He is applying for the APRO. He is on the video, my lord.
Certificate has been issued by me.
Who is state? Who is state commission? It is confusing.
Please allow the court to pass order.
No, not
There are so many matters.
Kindly give me.
There may be one matter which order can be passed in your favor, but if you continue with this,
No, madam. No, I bow down to your lordship.
Please
I kindly keep it. Some
the
protection.
petitioner intended to contest the Panchayat election 2023 as a reserved category candidate. Stop. He applied for obtaining the caste certificate on 14th June 2023, and the same was issued in his favor on the same date at 14.17.08 hours. ब्रैकेट लिखे दिन 2.17 p.m. Stop. The date and time is mentioned in the caste certificate issued in favor of the petitioner on 14th June 2023, annexed at page 18 of the writ petition. Stop. The petitioner, paragraph diye, filed his nomination as a scheduled category scheduled category candidate on the 14th of June 2023 at 2:10 p.m. Stop. The respondent authority rejected the candidature of the petitioner as the nomination papers did not contain the caste certificate in his favor. Stop. The petitioner is aggrieved by the same. Stop. The petitioner contends that as the candidate belongs to the scheduled caste from the date of his birth, accordingly, he ought to be permitted to contest the election. Stop. Next. Reliance has been placed upon the order passed by this court on 20th June 2023 in WPA 14594 of 2023, within bracket, Sheikh Anabul Hussain versus the Secretary of West Bengal Election Commission and others, page 22. Next, the learned advocate representing the state respondents opposes the prayer of the petitioner. Stop. It has been submitted that the candidate ought to possess and produce the caste certificate at the time of filing the nomination. Stop. The petitioner did not possess the caste certificate at the time of filing the nomination, and accordingly, petitioner cannot be treated as a scheduled caste candidate. Stop. Next. According to the provisions of the West Bengal Panchayat Elections Act 2003, the candidate seeking benefit of reservation ought to possess and produce the certificate at the time of filing the nomination, after filing the nomination papers. Stop. The respondent authority acted in accordance with the law in not accepting the candidature of the petitioner as a scheduled category candidate. Stuff. Next. It does not appear that there is any error on the part of the respondents. Stuff. No relief can be granted to the
Hello,
petitioner
one-
in the instant case. The writ petition fails and is hereby dismissed.
Hello,
Call
one
the
thing,
next
Malad,
matter.
one inquiry should be done, Malad, because the asterisk, the tick mark, they have, who has committed this?
I have committed it.
Yes.
Because he did not submit it,
Then why?
only said yes, then I said no.
No, no, then.
It has not been deducted. How, where will I find? Before whom? Grateful, Malad.
Next matter.
I am for the petitioner, my lord, in this matter. Lordship, in this petition, Lordship, admittedly, I have received the certificate on 17th. The certificate of caste certificate is annexed in page 13. This was issued for an scheduled tribe candidate on 17th of June 2023. Lordship, I made the application for this certificate. This was, acknowledgement is given in page 17. This was made on 4th February 2021. Now, Lordship, the reasonable question would come that why I have delayed to approach this court. Now, Lordship, 4th February 2021, Lordship knows that notes that please note 2 applicant is to appear for hearing at the concerned BDO SD office on 2nd and 4th Wednesday. And Lordship 4, online application will be automatically rejected if the applicant does not appear for hearing within 60 days from the date of online submissions of the application. Now, Lordship, so far this is concerned, Lordship, I am entitled to get it. I have got it. Now, admittedly, I could not produce it at the time of filing of the nomination paper when I submitted on 15th of, Lordship, I submitted on 15 June 2023. And it was kept due. I have submitted the acknowledgement. Now, Lordship, I made the representation on 17th. Now, I am only seeking one direction upon them to file a small affidavit disclosing that whether they have not accepted any nomination paper beyond wherever given caste certificate is issued beyond 15. That may be submitted by
No,
them.
but then why in your petition? Why will this prayer be allowed in your petition? Admittedly, you obtained the caste certificate after the scrutiny was also over. Right?
17th.
17th.
17th, the scrutiny last date
Because
of
last date of scrutiny. I
and,
submitted, I went there. They said, I have given
and your application was there in 2021. From 21 to 23, you don't take any
Yes, ma'am.
steps. And all on a sudden, not this case. Please come.
And there is a specific provision of
Exactly,
law
madam.
also,
that would be much.
46(3).
The grievance of the petitioner is that though she applied for obtaining a caste certificate way back on 4th February 2021, but the same was issued in her favor only on 17th June 2023 after the date and time of scrutiny of the nominations for the Panchayat election 2023 was over.
On the last date of scrutiny.
Yes, it's the last date. Acha, next. The petitioner submits that the respondent authority deliberately did not issue the caste certificate in proper time.
That is not the mother prayer.
Stop. Next. The petitioner seeks for a direction upon the respondents to permit her to contest the
Next.
election after accepting the caste certificate. Stop. Next.
Malad, that would be contrary to section 46(3) and read with Malad 49(2) and
The aforesaid submission of the petitioner cannot be accepted by the court. Stop. Next. According to the provisions of law, a candidate. এর আগেরটাতেই বললাম না, according to provisions of law. As per the provisions of the Panchayat Act, বোধহয় একটা শুরু করেছিলাম, দেখুন। West Bengal Panchayat Elections Act. Yes. Same জিনিসটাই চলে আসবে। Writ petition dismissed. Yes.
Only liberty to file the election petition. If advise lordship, kindly give that liberty. Otherwise, lordship,
Here no election petition.
It is understood.
he
Not
was
here.
within the zone.
No, not here. For in us, you find out some other ground to file the election petition, but not this ground.
No, this can be a ground, lordship, because this is not the ground for rejection of a candidature.
Yes, next matter, please.
Lord, I'm for the petitioner, my lord.
Yes.
Lord, I will take your losses 3-4 small paragraph of the petition. But before that, your losses kindly consider page 5. My lord, this is in relation to Panchayat election of Canning Block 1. Now your losses will find paragraph 2. My lord, Canning Block consists of 10 Gam Panchayat, 30 Panchayat Samiti, and 3 Jela Parishads. This is the my lord, total constitution of the block. Now your losses will be getting, my lord, paragraph 3, page 8. My lord, petitioner states that there are 241 seats in the 10 Gram Panchayats, 30 seats in the Panchayat Samiti, 3 seats in the Jila Parishad. So total number of seats under Canning block are 274. All the 274 seats goes almostly uncontested. I tell you losses then. My lord, paragraph 4, I have said, my lord, the election notification was declared. Then paragraph 5, I have said, my lord, the violence started. Kindly come to page 9, paragraph 6, capital A. My lord, paragraph 6, capital A, page 9. May I just read out?
Which page?
Paragraph 9, paragraph 6, capital A, page 9.
Capital A.
Page 9.
Acha, yes.
Now, the petitioners are prevented from filing their nominations as there is a breakdown of law and order in the Canning Block 1 since the inception of the election nomination process. The delay caused in approaching this honorable court as they were targeted by the hooligans of the ruling party, and then most important, and their movement were under surveillance of the local hooligans of the ruling party. They made representations. Then your losses kindly come to paragraph 8. The petitioners state that on 14th July 2013 at about 11:15 a.m., when the petitioners were going to file nominations for the upcoming Panchayat election in Canning 1 Block 1, they found an assembly of approximately 600 people who are active supporters of the MLA of the Canning constituency, armed with deadly weapons such as wooden sticks, firearms, iron rods, bombs, was present in front of BODO office. Although the MLA of the Canning constituency was not physically present during the incident, it became evident that the MLA orchestrated the assembly to prevent the petitioners and others from filing their respective nominations for the ensuing 3-tier Panchayat election 2023. Then your losses will find paragraph 9. Upon spotting the petitioners and other candidates near BDO office, the said supporters, including Lok, started hurling bombs at them. Then paragraph 11. They were prevented by the hooligans of the ruling party from submitting their representative nominations before the BDO on the very next day. Therefore, twice we were prevented. On 15th June 2023, and made a representation entirely briefly stating all the facts and compelling circumstances before the State Election Commissioner through electronic mail, requesting the Election Commissioner to allow them to file their nomination by invoking his power under subsection 2 of section 46 of the Act. Now your losses kindly come to the representation I have made at page your losses will be getting page 73.
Whether at this stage your prayer can be entertained.
That's trying to convince your losses on the facts. But kindly have a look at page 70.
Not only the facts, the law has also to be.
But I will be on that. Law will all be applicable on the facts. Now kindly come to page 73. This was on 15th, the last date of filing nomination. This representation was made through mail because I was not allowed to come out of the house. Kindly have a look. kindly take note that I tried to file my nomination for contesting the upcoming Gram Panchayat election. I was prevented from reaching the office of the concerned Panchayat returning officer to file my nomination by workers of the ruling dispensation in the state of West Bengal, and hence I could not file my nomination. I have also been threatened numerous times of dire consequences if I file nomination. You are thus requested to invoke your powers, all that. Now, this was happened. All the Malad petitioners made their representations, taking no cognizance. But in terms of the judgment of our High Court, that was the duty of the Election Commissioner. Now, Malad, ultimately, your losses can look at, we moved a writ petition, one writ petition was moved. Malad, kindly your losses by the Malad, some other parties. Malad, at page Malad 87. May I place it to your losses? Malad, the short, Malad, this order on 20th June 2023. The short question that comes for consideration is as to whether a complaint lodged by the petitioner.
Give me the portions.
Portions, I tell your lordships, kindly consider, Malad, at page Malad, paragraph 5. No, Malad, paragraph, I tell your lordships, the paragraph 11.
Yes.
Now, Malad, your lordships will find, Malad, paragraph 10 and 11. 10, Malad, page 89. The petitioner is admittedly on bail. Well, that petitioner also. The order granting bail to the petitioner kept in record. Fear and apprehension is expressed that the petitioner, his supporters, and their family members are not able to return to their respective residences. Then your losses, Mr. Banerjee, Learned Senior Counsel for the state, indicates that there is already a police presence at the hospital more. The petitioner and his supporter, their family members who apprehend any threat or action against themselves by their rivals may approach the office being responded for escort and protection to enable them to their residences. Then your losses, Malad, kindly consider paragraph 12 and 13. Police picket was posted, and then Malad CCTV project was protected by the Honorable Court for production that will show that they were prevented. Now, after getting police protection, I have come up before your lawsuits to file asking relief for filing nominations. This is the situation. If a democratic state, Malad, I am prevented, I think, Malad, law will not stand in the way. Just because she do.
1 minute. 20th of June, this order was passed in respect of one Sirajul Islam Ghorami.
Exactly.
Is he a party?
He's our leader.
He is your leader.
His leader, he moved. This was the factual situation in entire Canning, your losses. The entire 241 seats, only 274, except the ruling party candidates, none.
Nobody.
Nobody. Multi-party democracy, your lordship, this is. At least one would not come up, your lordships, to file nomination. If this is the situation, law and order, would your lordship say that this is scheduled? After, my lord, considering all the judgments, refusal by the Supreme Court against interference of our High Court's order, then I was prevented from being. My lord, against even the my lord, our FIR is lodged pursuant to this order against the SDPO also, because he was in front, behind that the ruling party members, and he fired.
He himself fired the bullet,
Keeping the ruling party hooligans just behind him. So how do I, my lord, place the nominations? At least, my lord, I have said, I have made a representation 15th before the commissioner. Look, this is the situation. But how could I represent, my lord, before then in the election? And enter 274, I believe the number says 274. 274 seats going uncontested.
Yes.
First of all, I have not received any instructions in this. One, when the commissioner, they have made an email representation through email on the commissioner on the 15th. There was ample time before them to move the Honorable High Court. They
did not have any opportunity.
Lordship, on the 15th. Then why they were not there on the 16th? One day, in specific circumstances, due to the submissions made by our learned senior counsel, Lordship, if you kindly, yes, Dr. Archana Majumdar, that case, I very clearly remember and categorically, Lordship had allowed and we had accepted nominations.
No, she was different. But here the candidate is different.
Might be, but
And yesterday's order is being showed to me, day before yesterday's 20th order,
20th.
when police protection was granted to the leader of these candidates to return home. Then how could the writ petition be filed earlier? And why did not your client take action on the basis of the request made on the 15th? He could have taken action. You are challenging the delay on the part of the petitioners, but why didn't the commission take any action on receipt of this 15th email? What will be your answer?
They could have posted, my lord, paramilitary force.
Paramilitary force.
274 seats
Yes,
going uncontested cannot be accepted.
I have seen this, and one writ petition also I have received with probably.
That's a public interest litigation by the villagers. Their case is that leave was granted by the chief, that we are getting or losing our choice of to elect the representative. That's another
That's
ground.
not the same, but
Villagers are moving now.
most of the
See the
prayers are.
situation.
What about the state? What is the police doing?
My lord, this presentation was made to the election commission.
You do not have any role. At times, you'll segregate, but at times, you'll join in. Why this type of selective stand?
I am joining only on the point of law. 15. On 15, it is over. There is no other scope.
Law is not handled.
Please come.
Kindly allow us to take instructions. Lordship has fixed many matters tomorrow. I will apprise your lordship tomorrow on this.
Very well. In that case, please come. The
क्या बोलेंगे इसमें हम बिना इंस्ट्रक्शन के?
petitioners allege that as many as 274 seats under the Canning 1 block is going unrepresented.
Uncontested.
Uncontested, as the ruling political party as the men and agents of the ruling political party, with the help of the state administration, is preventing and obstructing the intending candidates to file their nominations. Stop corruption. The petitioner has relied upon the complaint filed before the State Election Commission on 15th June 2023, alleging that they are being threatened with dire consequences if nominations are filed. Stop. Next. Reliance has also been placed upon the order passed by this court on 20th June 2023 in WPA 14479 of 2023, page 87 of the writ petition. Within bracket, Sirajul Islam Ghorami versus State of West Bengal and others, who happened to be the leader of the petitioners, wherein the said petitioner was directed to approach the superintendent of police for appropriate escort and protection to return to the residence. Stop. The court directed the superintendent of police to post police picket comprising of armed constables near the residence of the said petitioner, and to monitor the threat perception of the supporters of their petitioners and family members. Stop. CCTV footage was also directed to be preserved. Next. The petitioners have portrayed before this court that in a democratic country, the citizens ought not to be prevented from filing their nominations for contesting the general election. Stop. In the present case, as many as 274 seats have remained uncontested. Stop. Next. Learned advocate representing the State Election Commission is to take instruction as to whether any action was taken in response to the complaint lodged by the petitioner on 15th June 2023. Stop. Next. Learned advocate representing the state respondents submits that as the last date for filing the as the final list of the eligible candidates have already been published by the State Election Commission. Accordingly, at this stage, the writ petition ought not to be entertained by the court. Stop. Next. The learned advocate representing the State Election Commission is directed to take instruction. Stop. List tomorrow.
It will be, my lord.
Tomorrow. In this daily list, urgent motion, it will come. It will be taken up.
2 p.m.
Don't worry.
2 p.m.
You want it at 2?
Yes, because
very well. All election
yes.
matters are being taken up at 2.
And
2 p.m.
Honorable Chief Justice also tomorrow there is no first item.
That's different.
That is
Whatever,
10:30.
but we are
10:30 over there.
Yes, yes.
Very well. In that case, 2 over here.
Oh,
That is fixed at 12.
that is very good, but we will need to prepare.
Pradeep, there is a personal appearance matter.
Oh, हम election commission.
Milord, the commissioner is there, Milord.
Has the order been complied with? No.
And I'm seeking your lordship's kind leave. I've served a copy of the affidavit, Milord, in compliance with your lordship's order, Milord, affirmed on 16th of June 2023.
Why is the order not being complied?
Milord, there are certain problems, Milord.
What are the problems?
Milord, kindly cease.
Why can't the creases be ironed out?
Milord, all out endeavor is being made. Even, Milord, the petitioner is aware. It's not that the petitioner is in the dark. On the 14th of June, after receipt of our last communication made in this regard, Milord, our last communication is 22/5/2023. Kindly see page 26.
Of the affidavit you filed today?
My lord.
Yes.
Milord, this is apropos your lordship's order, Milord, 13th April 2023. In reference to the above subject, this is to state that the observations of the additional chief engineer, Municipal Engineering Directorate in respect of the aforesaid site and building plan had been informed to you for taking necessary action. And once again, wide memo dated, but till date, neither the required documents nor the revised site and building plan incorporating the same has been submitted from your end. In pursuance to the direction of the Honorable High Court Circuit Bench at Jalpaiguri and the observations of the additional chief, you are hereby once more directed to submit the documents as mentioned hereunder at the earliest, so that the matter can be placed before the next available meeting of the Board of Councillors. Additional documents, Milord. This is land use certificate is one. And, Milord, then showing detailed plot boundary of the land area in possession of 1.28 acres in terms of the LUCC certificate issued by Siliguri Jalpaiguri Development Authority. Revised fire safety recommendation, Milord, that has been done. This fire safety has been received. That is my instruction. Mr. Dhor is there. I think, Milord, the fire safety issue is no longer there. The only issue is this first one.
Land use certificate.
And my lord, the third, conditions imposed by the Siliguri Municipal Commission shall not be deferred. Entry to the complex from Bidhan Road is not allowed. An existing road connecting Bidhan Road and Hillcart Road may remain unaltered, which is by sanction plan number dated 12th May 2012. Some technical observations which may be considered and incorporated. The frontage of the building complex is towards Hashmi Chowk, so a clear driveway must be maintained all through the front open space, right from the means of access and up to the entry to the parking floor of the basement. Upon stack, parking in whatsoever shall not be allowed. The recommendations of the SMC committee shall also be taken into consideration. Further extension, either horizontal or vertical, is not allowed. Now, this was also, I think Mr. Chakraborty has the requisite instructions. That document did not reach us prior to the affidavit being affirmed. On the 14th of June, this letter of 22nd May was responded to. And
you have affirmed your affidavit on 16th of June.
Undoubtedly, but this letter did not reach the concerned.
Without that,
it was there in the. It was.
I will show how deliberate, the action of the contemner. He has affirmed the affidavit.
Let him finish. I'll hear you.
He said that he did not receive.
No, I am not saying he did not receive. The letter is addressed on 14th. The letter reached the desk. Letter reached the desk. For on the 16th, when the affidavit was affirmed, somehow that letter did not reach the concerned advocate, and therefore it will not. Dhar is in a position better to explain why 14th letter is not a part of this affidavit. But on the 14th, this was what was written. We reiterate our letter dated 26th April 2023 and 19th April respectively, wherein wide letter dated the documents sought for under additional documents to be furnished. We have already submitted the land use compatibility certificate dated 597 issued by Siliguri Jalpaiguri Development Authority, showing an area of 5179.98 square meters. Further, the revised modified land use certificate dated this have been furnished and submitted, which you have duly acknowledged. In addition to fire safety, hope the above documents will suffice. This they have responded on the 16th. Now, my client says that he is looking into it, but apparently, this is this is our internal instructions. I have marked it. Kindly see apropos 14 June. Kindly see 4. This is precisely the stand.
There is an instruction.
4. After 14 June, this is the stand. Your Lordship may ascertain from the commissioner. He is there present.
Yes.
These things need to be.
What is that? I need to know what is it.
I'll send you. Initially, I am told, the plan was sanctioned for a lesser area. Now it is, enhanced to a.
Let me speak to the commissioner.
The commissioner is.
Ma'am.
Will you please say where the problem lies? Without going into the nitty-gritties of law,
Yes,
a person is here who intends to have a sanction from you.
Yes,
What is stopping you from sanctioning his plan?
Ma'am, as per the direction, we had submitted the detailed plan to the department also for their approval. So they sent it back saying we have to consult the additional chief engineer for technical consideration. So accordingly, we sent it to the additional chief engineer MED for the technical appraisal. So in which he just pointed out 2 things, ma'am. One was the revised site plan of LUCC, which is essential for processing the plan. And second was the up-to-date revised fire certificate, ma'am. So they've recently submitted the fire certificate, ma'am. But then they could not submit the LUCC plan showing the
detailed plot boundary of 1.8 acres.
1.28 acres because
in the plan that was initially sanctioned in the year 2012-13, they had shown the area slightly less.
1.17.
1.17.
How can that increase?
So now they have increased the land in the LUCC, and accordingly, if they don't show us the or give us the side plan of the LUCC showing
Please see page 15 once.
so that becomes slightly because, ma'am, ultimately we process it and then send it to the Board of Councillor for their approval, ma'am. So as soon as we send it to the Board of Councillor, they will first demand why this provision has not been complied with, ma'am. So we were in a dilemma, ma'am, what to do about it, ma'am.
1 minute. Where is
Okay,
the
just
LUCC? Where is the LUCC certificate?
I
Please
believe
show.
everything is done.
LUCC
I have
certificate.
given a bunch of documents to your lordships.
Why to me? Why not to them?
Lord,
Is it there before the
I give
authority?
it to the commissioner. He keeps it under the carpet. He files a false affidavit. Do not disclose that. Kindly take the letter. Kindly take the date, Lord, in the letter.
14th of June.
June. Lord, kindly allow me to read it for your lordships.
No, just show me the certificate.
Very well. Lord, kindly take, Lord, that bunch.
This is absolutely illegible.
Lord, 5th September 2007 document.
September, land use compatibility certificate.
Yes. Let me read it for your lordships.
No, don't give.
Area is 1.28.
1.28.
Third line.
Third line, meters of 1.28 acre. 1 minute.
Now kindly see the
certificate. This is the certificate.
We wanted the plan.
We wanted the plan.
Why do you need that? You only have the certificate.
No. Then that is the
You have the certificate.
That is the suppression.
Mr. Dhar, please wait.
But they don't
Your
want it.
commissioner
They
is
want
there.
something which I cannot give them. They want something. The commissioner wants something
No,
which I
the
cannot
commissioner
give.
is here. Let me
I
understand.
cannot give him that.
Well, these sort of aspersions will not.
Wait, please
not correct.
wait.
Showing it
Please
from
wait.
the record.
It is incorrect.
Please wait.
No,
Absolutely
incorrect.
wrong.
Please
This
wait.
is- I have the
The
certificate.
Past
LUCC.
aspersions which you don't.
Please wait, Mr. Bhattacharya.
I'm sorry, Mila.
Please, the requirement is the LUCC site plan showing the detailed boundary of the land in possession of 1.28 acres. Where is this LUCC site plan? Do you have any? You have the LUCC issued by the SJDA, right?
But I have the certificate.
Not the certificate, the requirement is
Not-
the site plan.
Kindly see the earlier requirement for a second. What was the initial requirement?
Yes,
Kindly
please.
have a look at it.
Where do I get that?
Lord, in the affidavit, page 15, kindly have a look at it. Initially, what they were asking.
Page 15. Page 15.
No.
Yes.
Please see a additional document.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why he is so
Please,
excited.
Yes.
You're blaming my client, that's why.
Oh,
I have all the rights. He is not acting in
Please.
terms of the law. Please wait. Kindly read A. I am placing A only. It is observed that the land area for sanctioned building. Please work.
Yes.
It is observed that the land area for sanctioned building plan number so dated so was so 4738 square meter, but the land area of the revised plan as submitted on so is 5179.98 square meter. There's a difference of land area. That's the first objection he raises. However, LUCC site plan showing the detailed plot boundary of the land area in possession of 1.28 acre in terms of LUCC certificate issued by SJDA dated so may be sought for confirmation. So he wants it for confirmation. He is having the certificate from SJDA, not from me. SJDA is in collaboration with which authority I am making the project. If I am not wrong, my lord, SJDA, Siliguri Jalpaiguri Development Authority is the owner of the land. Now, revised fire safety recommendation. Now, apropos to this letter, I have answered him on 19th of April. I have handed over a bunch of papers to your lordships. On 19th of April, I answered him that there is a fire safety certificate.
No, with fire, they do not have any issue
Fire now, when I have submitted it, now he says there is no issue.
Yes.
But if your lordship kindly sees the documents that I have handed over, first is 5 September, kindly have a look at that. What does it say?
So kindly see page 19 of my affidavit. That's the letter he is talking of. He has not gone through my affidavit.
Lord, yesterday 9:30 he serves the affidavit.
7:30.
He wants me to go through it. Rule was issued 1 month back. I never wanted to say this. Please check your record, then make submissions. Kindly allow me to place it. Yes.
Page?
Lord, the bunch, 5th
Yes,
September
the bunch,
document.
5th of
But
September.
I'm reading it for your lordships. Why do they need the plan? There's a certificate. Let me read the certificate. It's issued by the owner of the land, a government authority. He says for confirmation. But kindly allow me to place it. In reference to the above named certificate, subject quoted above, the proposed change of use of land from residential commercial.
Just wait
Come
1
to
minute.
parking.
Please wait. Commissioner, please, will you say there is a certificate issued by the SJDA on 5th of September, wherein the area of 1.2 acre is mentioned.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you require a further certificate or a further plan?
Ma'am, because the site they're talking about, there has been some substantial changes because the road has been widened, and there has been other construction also in the vicinity of the area that has that is under dispute, ma'am. So initially in the 2013 plan, the site plan they had submitted, LUCC plan submitted was for 1.17 acre, ma'am. So now they have revised it to 1.28 acres, ma'am. So unless and until we have the site plan of LUCC, our engineers will not be able to verify the exact point at the site.
And who is going to prepare this site plan for LUCC?
Ma'am, it's the actually, as per the rule, the person who's constructing, the agency who's constructing, will have to get the certificate from SJDA.
So the issuing authority is SJDA.
SJDA, ma'am. So
SJDA has already issued this certificate where 1.28 acre is mentioned.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Now a further certificate will be required from SJDA.
We don't require a certificate, ma'am. We want the site plan. Showing the certificate, whatever certificate they have given, they should just show the site plan. This area, 1.28 acres, is from this point to this point. So that.
And can it not be obtained by you internally?
Ma'am, we
from the SJDA?
Ma'am, we tried talking to the SJDA. There was a meeting. There was a meeting also, ma'am. We requested for the site plan directly also, ma'am. But they somehow could not submit the give us the site plan, ma'am. So without the site plan, suppose we process it even right now, ma'am, we are trying to process the whole thing as per the direction of the Honorable Court, ma'am. But we'll have to submit it to the Board of Councillor, ma'am. So the Board of Councillors definitely will go into this.
Wait, please wait. When I'm talking to the Commissioner, don't interrupt. If the SJTA is not issuing the site plan to you,
yes, ma'am,
to the corporation, do you think that SJTA is going to hand this to the petitioner agency?
Because, ma'am, petitioner agency is a partner of SJDA, ma'am. The land, like they're pointing out, initially was SJDA's, but then they took this agency, Sathi Builders, as one of the majority partner as a joint venture, ma'am. So unless and until, ma'am, they can give us a site plan, my engineers will find it slightly difficult to verify the site online on the spot, ma'am. So current
do you suggest that there is any difference between the SGDA and Sathi Builders? They are partners, you say?
Yeah, partners, ma'am. Internally, I don't know how the dynamic is working there, ma'am. But right now, to process the plan and to pass them, ma'am, we require certain points. And this has been pointed out by the Additional Chief Engineer of MED, to whom the technical appraisal was sent for technical appraisal was sent, ma'am. So suppose we forego this point, then the Additional Chief Engineer might report to the government that we had asked for this point, and then SMC is not going into that, ma'am. So it becomes slightly dicey for us, ma'am.
Yes, I will not direct any provision to be foregone. Yes, I want all the provisions to be complied with. But then, please, why do not you take the responsibility of getting it done? The petitioner is trying for quite some time. I do not know why this is not being issued to him or he is not being able to collect it. But thing is that it is required to be done.
Ma'am, for the site verification, it is very much essential, the site plan, ma'am, so that we can ask the Additional Chief Engineer also, MED also, to verify simultaneously, ma'am. Once we get the site plan, ma'am, we can always issue a letter as per your honorable direction, ma'am. As per your kind direction, we can issue a letter to SJDA CO for the site plan, ma'am. But suppose they deny or they say they can't.
No, suppose is at the next step. You take step 1
Yes, ma'am.
so that we can see how to go to step 2.
All right,
And
ma'am.
in case there is any difficulty in going to step 2, we
Yes,
will
ma'am.
see how the difficulty can be resolved.
Ma'am.
But the court reposes confidence upon you,
Ma'am.
and the court is sure that you'll be able to handle it out and
Ma'am.
see as to how the plan can be issued in favor of the petitioner. It has to be sanctioned.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. Ma'am, ultimately the plan will be sanctioned by the board of councillors.
Yes, the board of councillors, certainly. But
yes.
then you take up the responsibility.
Just only one assistance.
One
Please see page 12 of the affidavit. Once the MD's letter, the stand he is taking will be clarified. Please see it. Kindly see it. Kindly see it. Paragraph 2 of page 12. This is a part of the MED's letter dated 10th April 2023.
Yes.
Now, please see, I'm reading it. The construction of the said, I'm reading from first. Construction of the said project had commenced in respect to the provisional sanction site plan dated 29/8/2005 and building plan dated this in the project title basement plus 4-storied commercial building area, etc., etc. The building plan was submitted with open space at the narrowest part of the rear open space as per this in permissible, etc. SJDA further by memo dated 5th/9, which my learned friend Mr. Chakraborty is saying, issued land use compatibility certificate for an area of 1.28 acres or 5179 square meter, but the final LUCC site plan is not available, which may be obtained. Hence, as per inspection report dated 31st March 23, basement plus 3-storied structural part of the southern portion of the building and basement plus 1-storied structural part of the northern portion of the building was constructed according to this provisional sanction plan. SJDA wide memo dated 6/1/2011 informs Siliguri Municipal Corporation that LUCC had already been submitted and further requested to SMC to extend maximum possible benefit during sanction of the revised building plan, since a strip of land was spared for widening of Bidhan Road shown in sanction plan, and also some sanction portion of the building wide dated this in the eastern part has been demolished to make way for widening of Bidhan Road for benefit of the general public. The submitted revised plan dated 7th February 2012 and revised building plan dated 12th May 2012 was sanctioned on 5/1/2013 from Siliguri Municipal Corporation based on conditions that it has been proposed that no entry will be provided from Bidhan Road. Existing road connecting from Bidhan Road to Hillcart Road will remain unaltered. As per inspection report from the corporation end to this sanctioned site and building plan, the basement plus 4-storied part of southern portion plus 4-storied structural part of northern portion structurally constructed except the connectivity portion between the northern and southern portions of the etc. Now further revision of the